Om Shanti, hello and welcome to today's Powerboost. When we physically fast, that doesn't mean that we starve the body, but we reduce the food intake or limit the food intake to a certain period of time and give the body enough space and time to recover, to heal. So there's a lot of benefit, many different benefits in physically fasting if we do it appropriately. And very similarly, the same is true for our minds. You know, we all are very busy day after day. This year is ending now, and everyone must have had a very full year. And we are physically busy, but then also, and even on days or at times when we are physically maybe not so busy, we are still busy in our minds. Our minds are still running, working very hard. The mind is constantly thinking. And we think so much about other people. What other people do, what they say, what they should have not done. Then we have many questions. Why, what, how, when. So we think about people, we think about situations, and then there are feelings, emotions. It happens that sometimes there's a little bit fear or sadness, can be also anger. So all of that is happening, going on in the mind, and many times, as a matter of fact, we are not necessarily even aware of what is going on in my mind. And so what does it mean to fast at the spiritual level, at the level of the mind? And so the practice of going into silence has become a very, very fruitful and beneficial practice for me since I embarked on this spiritual journey. And the silence I'm referring to is not a silence that is uncomfortable or where we just don't speak, but a silence that connects us with our purest part, with our highest potential, a silence that is sweet, a silence that is very nurturing. And it is out of this silent space within that actually creativity is born. So when I speak of silence, it is not a silence that is completely dead, where we disconnect from everyone and everything. No, I am connecting to the purest part of the self, and there are thoughts. So silence does not mean that there are no thoughts, but the thoughts that will emerge from that inner silence are then very beneficial. They are empowering, uplifting, they are creative. So when we experiment with going into a silence from time to time, few moments throughout the day, it will help us to stay connected to the self, but also it will always bring us back into this physical world, to our task, into our relationships with a certain level of refreshness, or in a refreshed state, with something new, with something more maybe peaceful, loving, beautiful, maybe more understanding. So there are a lot of benefits when we practice silence from time to time throughout the day. Silence is very nourishing for the being. It is not the talking or constant thinking. No, the mind needs a break from time to time. And that is one important aspect of caring for my mind, loving myself. So let us explore this now a little bit deeper and more in meditation. So we sit relaxed. Take a deep breath in and exhale, and again. Give yourself time to consciously and deeply inhale and then exhale. I become aware about the surrounding, my physical sense perceptions in the space that I am, what I feel, the temperature, whether it's cold or warm, the smell, what I see. And as I'm aware about the surrounding, I actually prepare myself to go on a journey inward. On this journey within, I choose to consciously and temporarily disconnect, unplug from all my thoughts that are connected with the physical world. My thoughts that are connected with other people or with tasks. I consciously choose to leave the physical dimension behind for the next few moments, as I want to explore and go deeper within my own being, beyond my human part. Within my own consciousness, there also lies my potential. Within, I come to know my thoughts, my feelings, even attitudes, what motivates me in what I am doing or in life. And as I come to know my thoughts and feelings, while I appreciate them and acknowledge their existence, I even go deeper, beyond the thoughts that I have. Yes, there's a dimension, a very subtle dimension of light, of stillness, beyond my thoughts. To think is an ability that I have, the same as to feel. Thoughts and feelings are temporary. It is an ability that I have. But who am I I am a being of light, a being of peace. I am, and I am peace. I am light, even before I think. It takes courage to explore that inner silence, to connect with the dimension of pure light and might that I am. It takes courage to even just temporarily not to worry, to let go of all the thinking, analyzing, fixing, questioning, talking. When I go deep within, in my own consciousness, that is where I truly connect to the essence of who I am. And that is at the same time a point of stillness, a point of silence, a point and space of beauty, of pure love, peace, and true power. The power to be myself, to be positive, and to stay true to who I am. It takes power, inner power, to become silent and realize your own beauty, your own strength, the power of silence. And as I explore this dimension within, I also take a moment and pause, breathe into that inner silent dimension, that silent space within, that stillness. Whatever thoughts come, let them come, let them go. But my focus remains on that inner beauty, inner power, inner silence, the essence of who I am. I enjoy being still, silent for a few moments before I come back and use my ability to think. And when I emerge from that inner silence, I become much more aware how valuable and powerful my thoughts can be. That I must be careful of what I think. If I do not connect my thoughts to my essence, but my thoughts are only circling around the outside world, I will lose myself in situations, in people. I will lose myself in my thoughts about others and about the world, which is a state of great disempowerment. So come back to yourself, stay connected within, and learn to value the nourishing moments of that silent dimension within. Om Shanti.